After an intense week of soccer in the CONCACAF U-17 Championship, group action is over. 8 teams are heading for the quarterfinals, and we'll start reviewing how they got there. We start with Group A, where number 1 Costa Rica and number 2 El Salvador easily qualified after Haiti had to withdraw from the competition due to an illness that affected most of its players. The announcement came after Haiti lost to Costa Rica 3-1 in the opening game. Costa Rican goals were scored by William Quiros 20 minutes into the game, Gabriel Leyva in the 43rd, and John Jairo Reese in the 47th. After being awarded a 3-0 victory in Haiti's absence, El Salvador lost to Costa Rica 3-2 on Friday. John Jairo Reese's hat-trick gave the Ticos the first place in Group A, while Gerardo Arrajeta and Romel Mejia scored for the Cuscatlecos. In Group B, the United States didn't have much trouble qualifying to the knockout round as the pack leader, but runner-up Panama had to rely on tight goal difference to advance, leaving behind a disappointed Cuba. The Islanders lost to the Americans 3-1 in the group opener on Monday. Alfred Caroma put the U.S. ahead in the 27th minute, and that's how the game went into halftime. Then 2 minutes into the second half, Andrew Oliver increased the lead, making it 2-0. And 4 minutes later, Esteban Rodriguez added the third for the U.S. The consolation goal for Cuba came in the 68th minute through Frank Lopez, but the game was over, 3-1 for the U.S. In the following match, Cuba held Panama to a scoreless tie thanks to a good performance by goalkeeper Sandy Sanchez. The result sealed the deal for USA, who entered the game versus Panama having already qualified. The Canaleros, on the other hand, needed to secure their quarterfinals berth, and so they did, despite losing to the Americans 1-0 on a goal by Andrew Oliver. The minimal goal difference allowed them to finish as Group B runner-up ahead of Cuba. Group C could have had a closer finish, with first place having to be decided on a tie-breaking draw between Caribbean foes Jamaica and Trinidad and Tobago, after they tied in points and goal difference. Luck was on the host side, who took the lead over the Trinitarians. Group C action started with a 2-2 tie between these two teams on Tuesday. Jason Wright and Andrew Lewis found the back of the net for the Young Boys, while Shaquille Henry scored twice for Trinidad. On Thursday, Trinidad clinched its quarterfinal spot by beating Guatemala 1-0 on a 90th minute goal by Adan Noel. And on Saturday, it was the home team's turn to make its fans proud, and they didn't disappoint, posting a 1-0 victory over Guatemala. Jason Wright appeared once again to score the winning goal, putting Jamaica in the next round. The tiebreaker draw did the rest. Finally, in Group D, Canada and Honduras secured their place in the knockout stage as number 1 and number 2 with 4 points each, but with Canada sporting a much larger goal difference. This group was decided early on, after Barbados lost its first 2 games. First against Honduras 2-1 in the group opener. Honduran goals were scored by Brian Rochette in the 62nd minute and Eder Velasquez in the last minute of play. On Thursday, Barbados was no contest for Canada, who took the game by storm, posting an 8-0 victory, the only such score in the tournament so far. The result qualified both Canada and Honduras to the quarterfinals. And then came the 0-0 tie between the Canadians and Catarachos, a tie that put the North American side in the top position on goal difference, leaving Honduras as Group C runner-up. With these results, the quarterfinal matchups look like this. On Tuesday, Costa Rica faces Panama at 12 noon Eastern Time, and later, USA takes on El Salvador at 3 p.m. Then on Wednesday, Canada plays Trinidad and Tobago at noon, followed by host Jamaica receiving Honduras at 3. And you can follow quarterfinal action live on CONCACAF.com.